Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, he's been called the godfather of the ticket industry. Concert tickets, sports tickets, this is the man you go to. He's my guest next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, if you're old enough, you remember people standing in line to buy tickets. Well, that went away like 2 decades ago, and the ticket industry has just exploded, and some of the prices for some of these tickets have been skyrocketing. Somebody who knows this industry very well is the godfather of the ticket industry, Silverman. He's the owner of Golden Tickets.
Hi.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
First of all, I want to congratulate you on the name, Golden Tickets. I mean, I think about Willy Wonka, the Golden Tickets. That's a great name. I'm surprised nobody had that.
Well, we named the company after Willy Wonka.
It's beautiful.
So it was my favorite movie growing up as a kid, and then we wound up. It seemed apropos, having that company name,
well,
Golden Tickets.
Take me back to the very early days. So you really were in this industry before the industry really exploded. Right?
Was correct.
So what year?
So I was a bartender back here in Addison, Texas, in 1987. And I met this girl who was in the ticket business, and I was talking to her in the bar, and I was just intrigued. I was just going, okay, you get to go to all these events, and you sell tickets for all these events. And to make a long story short, I wound up begging her for a job. And I started working for her, and then after about a year, we branched out on my own, learned a lot about what she was doing, and 1988, we opened Golden Tickets, and 36 and a half years later, we are still here.
Amazing.
And yeah, it's pretty proud of, how far we've come with all the changes in the industry, and so I'm very proud of
Absolutely.
that.
Let's go ahead and pull up your website and just scroll down the homepage, because pretty much anything that you can get a ticket to, you sell.
Yeah, we have over $2 billion worth of inventory in our site that's aggregated through about 1,200, 1,300 other resellers that we work with, and they upload their inventory to our site, and clients can find just about anything here. And so we do a lot of business on our site, and we do a lot of business for major events such as the Masters Golf Tournament, Super Bowl, and other major events where people can either order off our website, or for big ticket items, a lot of times we like when they call us, place the order with us over the phone. They know who they're doing business with and feel comfortable spending the kind of money that they're spending and knowing that their money is safe.
So tell me how it works. So you hear Taylor Swift is coming to the U.S. on a tour. You're kind of betting that it's sold out. I mean, that's an easy bet. But you're buying, I'm going to try to buy 10, 15 Taylor Swift concert tickets knowing there's no way they don't sell?
Well, again, all the businesses work a little bit different. Our business doesn't work exactly. We're not on there trying to buy up all the tickets. We've never done that. Yeah. But we do work with a lot of people who do buy tickets on the on sales and then wind up calling us, and then we'll pay what we think is the right, correct market price for those tickets and hope that the market stays above the price that we paid. Yeah. That's how a lot of that works, working with other people, networking people. It's sort of like it's a chain of people who are involved. People are getting the tickets, then they want to move the tickets. We put up the money to buy them.
And I imagine if you're right 60 or 70% of the time, you're good.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, yeah. And the truth is, we don't make money on every ticket. We buy tickets. We work as speculators. We hope we're paying the right price, but a lot of times we wind up selling the tickets for less money than what we actually paid for them. So. It's tricky, but I feel comfortable saying that we've been mostly right. So.
What's the single most money anybody has ever paid for a ticket through your company?
From our company was the 2008 Olympics in Beijing. We had 3 guys paid $20,000 apiece for opening ceremony tickets in Beijing. And they bought them 2 hours before the actual ceremony. There was like no tickets around,
Right.
and we wound up getting a few in the end.
Well, let's give a news you can use. Is for the person who wants to go to that coveted concert, do you wait till the last day hoping that you can get something on sale?
All right, so a lot of it depends on how much inventory is on the market.
Yeah.
So if you are one of the type of people that are watching the market and kind of counting how many tickets are there a lot of tickets out there, then maybe you're better off waiting till the last minute to buy. When there's very few tickets on the market, say for example Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
for none of her shows were there ever a lot of tickets on the market. And I used to tell people, if you see something you like, just buy it.
Yes.
They're expensive. It's $2,000 essentially and up. But I tell people, if you're going to go to the show, don't expect it to, come crashing down. So.
Well, let's go ahead and roll some video from our library, and I want you to kind of talk over this in terms of like the skyrocketing prices. Are you seeing it in sports? Are you seeing it in concerts? Is it pretty much all of the above?
It's a mix. I mean, I've never seen in my life. I mean, the whole Taylor Swift effect. We've never seen tickets go for $2,000 a piece for just to get into concerts. It's unheard of, and the fact that she was doing this multiple times in the same city, three sellouts in the same city, and the market being able to sustain that, it's just quite incredible.
Sure.
I mean, it really is. For sports, it's kind of a mixed bag right now. It's some events are good, some of them aren't so good. There are a lot of deals for people who are wanting to go to events and they don't want to spend a lot of money. Going to baseball games, you can go pretty cheap to baseball games. Even some of the football games, if you're in a city that the team's not that good, you can usually get a pretty good deal.
Okay, so they say if you work in a pizza place, you get tired of pizza. If you work in an ice cream shop, you get tired of ice cream. Do you get tired of concerts and sporting events?
For me personally, I've actually scaled back how many concerts I go to and sporting events. we don't go to a whole lot, but I will tell you I've been to just about every major sporting event in the world. I've been to so many concerts. And really kind of at this stage, I think I'm good. I think we're flying out to the Sphere. We're going out to Vegas to see the Eagles at the Sphere because we haven't seen the Sphere yet. But that's
cool.
about the only thing on the schedule coming up.
That's awesome. We've got some pictures that we found on Google Images, and we're going to put these up, and I want you to just kind of talk about what we're looking at.
Okay, so that's my office, and that's my business partner of 36 years. He's retired now, but that's been our office for 36 years. Nice. That's some of my team posing outside of our golden ticket bus. We have a motor coach that travels around the country going to major sporting events, and people can buy last minute tickets when they see the golden ticket bus. So this was out in front of the bus, but the guy on the right, we met. We were doing, when Houston flooded, we wound up taking the bus, filling it with supplies, driving it down to Houston. And when we were coming back, these guys, him and his brother saw our bus, and he called me the next day, and he was telling me that they do all this traveling around the country, going to events, like 5 events in 5 days. And I said, hey, maybe we can get together and do something social media-wise where you're on the bus for 5 days. And we wound up doing it. And
nice.
That was Rick Brandt and his brother Rob, and they are great people. They have their own podcast. And super interesting.
You were telling me a story right before the show about a wrongly convicted man who touched your heart.
Yeah.
Tell me that story.
So I watch CBS 48 Hours every week religiously. And, I think this was already going on, I don't know, 20 years ago. There was a show about a gentleman named Ryan Ferguson who was wrongly convicted. And there was so much evidence in his favor, yet he sat in prison for 10 years. And then as he was getting ready to be released, I mentioned to my business partner, I said, let's do something really cool for this person. And we wound up, I got in touch with him and said, look, we want to give you a package to the Super Bowl.
Wow.
So we treated him and his dad, Ryan and his dad, to a trip down to Phoenix when the Super Bowl was last in Phoenix, and or the second, I forget what year it was, but they came out there, had a great time. super nice guy. He's wound up doing a lot of different things since getting out of prison, including The Amazing Race, you know, who's on that show, and a lot of other good things have come his way. So, you know, God bless him.
You seem like you have like the best job ever.
It's a pretty cool job. I mean, I still love my job. I mean, I do. I mean,
Okay, which celebrities have you or concerts have you gone to that gave you butterflies? And have you been able to meet the celebrities?
The actual celebrity who was performing, I think the only one I actually got to meet, I got to meet a couple. One was Billy Joel.
Cool.
When Billy Joel was touring with Elton John, we were in San Antonio, and concert went on, had 4 hours, went back to our hotel, and as it turned out, Elton John and Billy Joel were both staying there. And the girl I was dating at the time had a way with getting in places. I don't know how she did it, but she got us into the after party. And so 10 minutes after the show, there we are with Billy Joel, Elton John, and they're in the room and the band's there and we're there. And that was pretty cool.
Okay, what celebrity is on your bucket list to meet before you die?
My celebrity? God, that's tough. I mean, it's, performer-wise or just anybody in general?
Well, like somebody that you could get a ticket to. Like mine be-all, end-all is McCartney. My wife has taken me to 4 McCartney concerts in North Texas, and I love her for that. Who's your bucket list person that you would love to meet?
I think probably Billy Joel. I just do. I really, I know I already talked about him, but, as far as meeting him again and actually having a conversation, just his life is interesting to me. And so, I mean, he would be somebody I would like. I never got to really chat with Billy Joel at that party, but being in the same room and so on, I count that as kind of being with him. So,
Rem, we're almost out of time. So final thoughts. What would you like to leave people with?
Oh, look, there's a lot of choices when it comes to buying tickets. I mean, there's a lot of huge marketplaces like StubHub and Vivid Seats and SeatGeek. I think the thing that differentiates us is really customer service. All the ticket prices are going to be similar whether you're on our site or on other sites. The thing that makes the difference is the fact that you can call our office, speak to a person who knows what they're talking about, is an actual ticket broker who has information, is not reading off of a computer screen, and we can do things on the fly where it's our company. We know what we're doing. When there's an issue, we can deal with it, and we know we're giving good information. So that is the key. Otherwise, the ticket prices are all going to be pretty much competitive wherever you're buying them from. So if you like good customer service, Golden Tickets is your choice.
Outstanding. You've been an amazing guest. We're going to leave you with the website, which is, of course, goldentickets.com, the great Ram Silverman. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.